should I have from the mic then? Like, this is good?
That's pretty good, man.
Okay.
Yeah. Swag. We're rolling.
Oh, we started?
We're rolling.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
Well, there's been a lot of shit you've been thinking about, bro.
I actually haven't been thinking.
You haven't been thinking?
At all.
You should start.
I don't. I just react.
God damn.
Yes, guys, you are tuned into the worst podcast on the internet.
The whole purpose of this, especially during the first podcast, was to intentionally suck. To take like really long periods to say words, to convince you that this is trash, and to just basically click away and put something else. This is the main goal that we're trying to accomplish here. I just want to get that across.
We are in a trap house. Well, I don't want to say the location, but
I would tell you like the feds are coming, but they lost interest.
Yeah, we're in a secret location, unauthorized.
It's undisclosed, to be honest with you.
Yes,
that's the right terminology if you want to use it.
I've been
You've been popping Quaaludes.
I would try it.
You would try a Quaalude?
If I had the chance to, ever?
I don't even know if they make them anymore.
They don't. It's discontinued. But would you try one?
No.
Why? Is it because you don't do drugs anymore?
No, just Quaaludes are terrible for you.
How?
And plus, I'll knock myself out. Quaaludes are pretty similar to bars.
Oh, but they're 30 times worse?
They're worse than bars, yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio made it look cool, and Jonah Hill.
It looked amazing in The Wolf of Wall Street. I love that movie so much.
It's one of my favorites.
My God. I mean, that's...
Popping Quaaludes, fucking bitches, getting the stocks right.
The thing is, he has, like, video footage of that. You know, he can prove that stuff, and that's pretty wild that it actually happened, you know?
He lived in an era that is no longer ever again.
It doesn't exist like that. There's too much regulations, bro. There's too much. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's still a lot of weird stuff going around there. You know, Wall Street, a bunch of people doing some pretty, you know, fishy stuff. But if you really think about it, man, the way that things are going right now, what you got, the new thing that you got is just people messing around with like picking one stock on Reddit.
Picking what?
Just pick one stock on Reddit, like AMC, and say we're doing this. One of us is going to end up holding the bag for the rest.
Right.
But hopefully that guy isn't going to be me. Right? That's the basic philosophy. Because, like, I mean, everybody knows that everybody can't win.
True.
So
how you been, man?
I mean, I've been pretty, you know, I'm pretty, whatever.
How's life?
Life is pretty whatever as well.
How's school? Trash?
It's pretty trash. Yeah. Programming.
I dropped out.
You know how to program?
Program what?
Just like code, just, you know, computer code.
Coding and stuff?
Yeah, like Python or something like that.
No.
I'm taking a course like this next semester for Java.
For Java?
Java.
There's a class for Java?
Yeah, there's a class for Java. It's the only one I could pick, bro. I wanted to pick Python because I wanted to, like, you know, make a robot or some shit, you know. Because that's one of the things that's wild is, like, the AI, man. If you think about, like, what's really happening with AI, I wanted to be a part of that because my little brother, he's getting involved too, man. And we're learning engineering. And there's just too much weird stuff. Like, anything you can put into ones and zeros, you can make, and it turns into something real. And then you do something with that. Like, that's why we're able to, like, if someone's hearing this right now, which they shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Then, you know, that person is doing that because some dude decided, you know, let's put these ones and zeros together. And then they got together with a bunch of other dudes who put ones and zeros together. And then they put some shit up in space called satellites. And because of that, we get to, like, transmit this. Right now, I mean, don't get me, like, we would have got burned at the stake, you know, like a few years ago for that, you know, because they would have thought, you know, in the 1700s or whatever, that was like witchcraft, you know. There's a whole lot of weird stuff that people are on nowadays.
So life's been great, in other words.
It's amazing. Everything's perfect. You
know, dude, not to cut you off, but
go ahead.
I was on Twitter the other day.
Were you?
Yes, which I am every day. Fiend, addicted, need help, hashtag.
I'm worse.
Yeah, some guy was, damn, should I even say his name? I feel like I should. It's only right. Let me look at his Twitter name. Hold up. I was on Twitter the other day, and a gentleman by the name of loading. Well, his Twitter name is Maximus, so that's what we're gonna call him.
Shout out Maximus. I know who you're talking about.
He was offering people on the timeline $100.
Respect.
Right, and that's when I came in, and I jokingly said free weed money on the tweet.
Right.
Thinking this was just a whole joke, like we're just playing around, whatever. And then he asks me, then he tells me, if you're using it to buy weed, I will raise it to $150. And I'm like, all right, I'll grab the weed right now. That was my response. Minutes later, 150 was sent to my Venmo account.
That's amazing.
Insane. And he asked me to just, what did he actually? He just pretty much asked me to just do the same for somebody in the future when I have the chance.
Yeah.
Touching.
Not everyone does that, you know.
Nah, all jokes aside, though, that I couldn't believe he did that. I was like, yo, you're the man, dog. Like, this is crazy.
I was shocked as well.
Hell yeah, bro. Saying someone 150, like you.
Yeah.
That's dope. Like, I definitely now gotta I gotta go to the beach and just find a hobo and give him like a 150. Like,
Isn't that so like weird though? Like that we just find it so rare that another person would just like help a random person that they meet online.
I mean, that doesn't happen often, but
right.
That's probably why it's so like.
Yeah, that's.
Nah, but all jokes aside, shout out to you, man. That was awesome, and I respect you. I bought some weed with it, by the way. So
respect, Maximus. Bro.
You made me $150 richer. So respect, dude. The other day, horrible segue, but we got to talk about awkward dap ups.
The thing about awkward dap ups though is
you know what a dap up is,
of
right?
course I do, but like there's a serious issue, and I'm just I mean even in
I think I might be the worst guy to do a dap up with, cause like if I don't know you like that, like I don't know how you're gonna like come at me, like with the handshake, the dap up. And sometimes it'll just be like so fucking awkward.
It does get weird though.
Like where it's like I start feeling bad for myself. Like damn, I didn't shake his hand like a man. Like you know, like you cool with somebody and like I don't know. Dog, I forgot.
You got to come with a strategy though.
Bro, it was once when I was buying some weed, and like granted, I'm not super close to this guy, but like I'm cool with him. So like I fuck with him, whatever. And somebody had sent me his number or some shit. So I go and buy the weed, and I see him trying to dab me up because obviously that's the thing you do when you see somebody, right? You say what's up to him. First he gave me the weed, so I was like, all right, and then like he was trying to say peace out and shit, and then that's when the awkward encounter happened. Like I think I was trying to like shake his hand and like he went for a knuckle, but then like we both switched at the same time, looked at each other, a whole lot of awkwardness. And yeah, man, like I just hate those moments. Like it had me thinking like, dog, like why do I always go through this? Like why do people go through these awkward dap ups? Like is it just like a
no, man, the issue is like for
is
example,
it bad timing?
Nah, I think part of the issue is like where the other person's coming from, bro. You don't know what the other guy's thinking. Like I've been psychologically pimp slapped by people who just give me like the rock. They give you the pound.
Yeah.
And then you end up like putting, paper over rock, like you're playing
rock,
paper, scissors.
That's what had happened.
And I'm thinking like, is this necessary?
That's the funniest one when you like play rock paper scissors with him and he like hold his like his fist.
That's disrespectful.
With the paper, like it's
the fist when somebody's coming at you with an open hand.
And then you just grab the fist like
yeah. No, you never shake the fist. That's come on.
That's so awkward.
That's no.
And then like
wait, you shaking the fist?
How do you shake the fist? I don't even understand that process.
The way you shake somebody's hand, like if they go for the rock and you put the
I've shaken the fist, but like I said, awkward dap up.
I'm just like just the touch
and then yeah, like I was saying, like me and the person, we just had an awkward moment for like a couple seconds, and I dread those moments. Like they're dreadful.
Yeah, sometimes I find them interesting though.
Sometimes it's funny.
You ever do it on purpose though?
Never.
Like just create some awkward shit and just watch, be like, yeah, this is happening.
Never. I think I'm the king of getting into awkward situations.
I've been in a hell of a lot of awkward situations. And sometimes I just cause them myself. But then other times it's like other people are just
Awkward as shit.
Like other people just don't react. Like you say hi and they're like looking the other way. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with
those
people?
are the worst. When you say hi to somebody and they just be like, they just completely ignore your hi.
Yeah, that's a weird thing.
It's like, yo, fam, like.
And there's two reasons for that, I think. Like,
you didn't hear me and you don't want to say hi?
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong,
it.
there might be a lot of reasons for it, but, well, some people are just shy as fuck, but that's a lot of shyness. I mean, if somebody just says hi and you can't even look in their goddamn direction, bro, that's... And then there's other people who just don't fuck with people.
That's probably me.
There's people that are just, yeah. And I mean, I don't know. I mean,
I never when I do Uber Eats orders,
yeah,
and the people tell me like, "Oh, thank you for getting the order," I never say like, "You're welcome," or like, I don't say any of that.
You don't?
No.
Why not? Because you feel like it's disingenuous. It's not real. Like, oh, you're paying me money. Why should you?
No. I mean, like,
what is it?
I'm so dumb and petty. Like, I just gotta speak my truths. I gotta be brave.
Right, and stunning. Yes.
So
hashtag. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just such a dick sometimes.
Are you?
I'm such a dick sometimes, and I take it out on other people, and I don't mean to be. I'm like, okay, so on Uber Eats, like if you get an order, you have to go pick it up at the restaurant, right? First before you deliver it to the person, and then like I don't know why, but like I'll just pick up the orders. And those people will just be super nice to me, and like, but like, let's say they took way too long to give me the order. That would be just the reason why I won't say thank you back or like you're welcome. Like, yeah, that's it. Like, I'm so petty. I need to control myself.
I mean, I've seen some pretty petty stuff. I've seen people that are. I've also seen some people that are willing to do a whole lot of shit just to get a buck.
Like what?
I mean, I remember I was at this one-legged drug dealer's house, and that shit was amazing. That was a hell of a... Have you ever seen, like, you know, a dude with a dude missing a leg who has a miniature trap house? I don't think people understand what a miniature trap house is. This is not a house. This is like there's a house, and then there's like a little cabin.
Miniature shit. Trap house.
Yeah, it's just like a little house next to the actual house. Because it's not, I mean, he lived with his parents, but he lives in like that little cabin where he has like all his drugs and stuff. And he was this one-legged dude. And, you know, he didn't have the keys to open, right?
Okay.
And so when he didn't have the keys, he was like, man, I really want to get this money and this and that. And I was
what do you mean he didn't have the keys to open?
He didn't have it. He was locked out. I mean, it's not his house, right? It's his parents' house. And so his grandma or his mom or someone living there went to go get the keys or this and that. And he was pretty desperate to just get in. And the dude held on to his one leg. And I'm talking about the leg that he doesn't have, like the metallic one, like the replacement, right?
Yeah.
And he kicks the door open with the other one, right?
Okay.
And this motherfucker had everything.
Where was this?
I'm talking whoa, no. Let's say this was in Arkansas. In 1845.
We can't say that. We can't say
no, I can't get that. No, that's too.
Why?
Because how many one-legged drug dealers that kick indoors do you know? That's pretty specific shit. Come on, bro.
I mean, is it by here though?
Is it by here?
Is it in the state? That's all I'm wondering.
Is it in the state? Man, I don't even know.
Dude, you're not gonna say.
I'm just saying. He might be the only one.
There's definitely one-legged drug dealers out there.
One-legged drug dealers that have kicked down doors.
Is it in this state? Is it in this city?
No, it's not in this city.
Okay, that's cool then. Then why would you even care? I thought it was somebody
It's so uncommon though. And he was so low. I mean, there was so much shit there. Like, I remember he whooped out a bag and there was like 1 million Xanax bars there. And I'm like, where do you get this shit from? And I got like 2CI. You know, my friend introduced me to this guy. I didn't even know what the fuck 2CI was. This guy's just like talking.
2CI? Isn't that like a failed LSD?
It's a psychedelic it's the dumbest psychedelic is what we used to call it before we took it, because it's...
I think one of my boys, he had gotten a whole sheet of 2CI. Are those stamps?
You take those... God damn, I don't remember.
Is 2CI stamps or no?
No, I'm pretty sure I took them as pills, but I don't know.
Well, one of my boys...
Like actual bars.
He was in MDC. Miami-Dade College, and this was a moment, like one for the books. Like, I used to go to MDC too before I dropped out. Well, I might go back, who knows? But there's one day and I see my boy and I'm like, yo, what's up, man? Da-da-da. Right? Bro, he tells me that one of his friends or just an associate is just willing to give away drugs. And I'm like, okay. And then he tells me more about it. Da-da-da. He's like, yo, I'm about to meet up with the kid. Whatever, he meets up with him. Homie gives him a whole sheets of like this LSD thing. It wasn't like legit. I don't know what the fuck it was called, but they looked like stamps. They were just regular stamps. But he had like a whole fucking, like probably like 20 of them bitches. Like, I'm talking a whole...
Like different colors and stuff like that on the stamps?
And they were probably... they looked crazy, bro, but it was a bunch of stamps, bro. And bro, let me tell you, this guy... The reason why he gave him to my friend was to like, you know, like he fronted him the pack. Like he fronted him the whole sheet and shit. But like this guy was some random, he looked like you could just take advantage of him, which he did. But bro, what he ended up doing with that whole sheet, he ended up giving it to the whole block.
That's wild.
I'm talking about like he took one. Whoa. Like Joe Schmo over there in the corners fucked up off that. It was a bunch of people that I remember that day.
It's getting good.
People that know what I'm talking about are gonna be like, oh yeah, I remember that day. It was videos of people throwing up off that shit. Yeah, my boy started throwing up like crazy. I didn't know what it was, but you reminded me of it because you said 2CI. I think it sounded like something like that. Yeah. What the LSD thing was called. I felt, to me, it was like a failed...
There's 2CB as well.
It was probably that or some bullshit to that degree. It was something, but I know it was just like some Joe Schmo shit.
That's amazing, like a whole block on acid.
Yo, the whole block was on acid, bro. People were throwing up, people going crazy.
And it's not even the acid, it's like a
some
weird...
failed invention type scientist.
Some other chemical you can't even Google search.
And like then half of the sheet went to some other kid named Alejandrito. And yeah, after that it was game over, bro.
Oh,
like
man.
That, who knows what that man did with it? Like, and he's hot. Like that kid is like a fucking devil. Like anybody that hears this, which probably nobody that heard that name already knew who that is.
They know it's
from
not
this area. They know that.
I wonder how common that is. That like a whole block gets something like that, and they just say,
"Who gives away a sheet of fucking?"
Listen, man, it happened before, man.
Dude, that's fucking insane.
I got ripped off from stamps one time. I remember that.
Dude, let's talk about the story where we got robbed.
That pissed me off, man. I'm still thinking about that, bro. There's always a crackhead out there willing to take advantage of you, man. We were young.
We were in high school.
I mean, this was
probably like 11th grade, 10th grade. We go to Cambridge. Yeah, we're just gonna say
we were just at Cambridge.
We were at Cambridge and we were looking for marijuana. There was no fucking plugs out there. Apparently,
but there was a crackhead standing around with a bike.
Apparently, we couldn't find anybody, right? So we run into this guy that he definitely didn't have any drugs on him, but he was telling us, or I don't know exactly for verbatim what the fuck happened, but all I remember was he convinced us somehow, some way, that he knew a guy that he was gonna go to. First of all, what idiot would believe somebody that would be like, yo, give me the money, I'll go get it and actually come back and give you your drugs?
The only thing that was like different there was, well, first I'm the idiot that would have believed that. I mean, I completely believed him. I was like, there's no way he's gonna leave this piece of shit rusty ass bike. There's no way he's gonna abandon it, and he didn't. And that's that scared me when he came back. I was like, oh my god, he was serious.
No, bro. What had happened was, like I said, he convinced us. So, like, I guess he was good at it, that he was gonna go get it for us and come back. And the funniest thing is, like you said, I guess he was gonna leave his bike just so, like, you know how you leave your ID somewhere? It's like, hey, like I'm coming back. Yeah. That was his ID. So literally, like, after he said that, 3 minutes later, like, he just hops on his bike and he just gets away and he takes our money. And the craziest part is he's not even going fast. Like, he was literally going like 3 miles per hour on the bike, and we're just so like oblivious and like
I couldn't believe it.
Like, I'm thinking, like, oh my,
And that was the second time that happened to me, by the way. That wasn't the first time.
I'm thinking, like, yo, am I just gonna let this guy get away with our money? And I'm just like, I don't know what it is, but we didn't put any effort. And like, actually, we could have probably chased that dude down.
At the end, we did run after him.
We did not run after him.
Yeah, we did. I remember.
We did not run after him.
Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't.
I ran after him. I don't know what you did. I ran after that motherfucker. He got away. When a crackhead gets on a bike and he steals your money, he gets away.
Bro, I don't.
You don't get. That's like Usain Bolt on that fucking thing. You know.
I don't remember us running after him.
I do.
I remember us having...
Bro, that hurt for me. I was like, oh.
Bro, I was upset as hell. The fact that I would even give somebody my money to buy some drugs. Yeah. Like, how idiotic was I?
That's amazing. No, that was me. I'm pretty sure I was like, fuck it, dude, let's just do it. That was probably the attitude at the time. That's probably what it was. I was around the time that YOLO song came out. You know,
wanting to do drugs so bad.
That's what it was. It was fiend.
Fucking fiends. We were fiends.
That's exactly what it was. I mean, it reminds me of the time like when I was a kid. There was this crackhead who stole my bike. Right.
Okay.
Crackhead stole my bike, and then eventually the cops show up because my pops was like, "Can't believe a crackhead stole your bike. We got to move."
You guys moved after that?
No, it wasn't after that.
Oh, I was about to say, like, that was...
But I think now, like, man, if there's a crackhead stealing kids' bikes, like, you should probably
not a safe place to be.
Yeah, so that was a
warning. That was a red flag.
Yeah, that was pretty terrible. But they found the crackhead and they gave me my... it was a scooter, actually, not a bike.
Nah, he jacked
It was a scooter. And I'm thinking to myself, like, who are you going to sell, like, this... Because I was, like, 7 or something.
$10. Quick little dime bag.
I mean, that's what I was told.
Bro, if I was a bum, I would never, like, go hungry.
They found it.
They found what?
They found the scooter.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. It wasn't the same, bro, because, like, I mean, we never saw that weed. Like, to this day, that guy owes us.
I mean...
To this day.
I don't remember how he looks. So it's kind of...
Neither do I. They all look alike, to be honest with you. Like, when you see a crackhead, like that type of crack, like the one that'll do anything to just rip you off.
I think the Hispanic crackheads are the worst. Like, you ever seen an Asian crackhead?
No, I've never seen an Asian crackhead.
That's my point.
He must, like, work really hard to get drugs.
No, that's my point. Like, I don't think there's any Asian crackheads.
I've never seen one.
Or an Asian that's on the street, like... It's mostly Hispanics, maybe whites, blacks.
Yeah. But not Asians, man.
That's like the least hobo society.
I've never seen any. No.
Swag. Shout out to the Asians, man.
That's respect right there.
We got Asian in the
put some
building.
respect. Yeah, we do.
Shout out to the Asian community.
It's wild out there, man.
But we gotta speak about the Cuban community.
Man.
Because shit is going down.
It's been the number one thing on my mind for a few days now.
The fucking communist pigs are trying to take over the Cuban people's freedom. Well, remain to take their freedom.
The Cubans are fighting back.
And the Cubans have had enough, man.
They know that they're done. The regime knows that it's done.
No, yeah, it's done. I think, you think the protest came from Cubans seeing other protests around the world?
Well, one of the things that happened was actually music that had a huge influence.
Oh, damn, that's right. I was going to say.
There was a protest that the government tried to shut down, completely.
A bunch of artists in Cuba have been...
It was in a place called San Isidro.
That's in Cuba?
In Cuba.
Oh, okay.
And they all sat there, and there was an anthem from some rappers that are here called Patria y Vida, as opposed to the Patria...
Wait, that's their actual name?
No, that's the name of the song.
Oh, okay. I was about to say. Like,
which is, country and life, as opposed to, like, the communist regime.
What the Cubans are... That's their chant, yeah.
Right. And so the other issue, of course, is that, the Castros, they've been talking about the so-called embargo for 60 years and using that as an excuse.
What is exactly the embargo, bro? Because I'm ignorant.
An embargo and all these, these talks about sanctions and all that stuff. What that is that they're basically saying, no, you guys, they're accusing the U.S. and they're saying, well, you guys can't trade, right? You guys
with other countries?
You guys can't trade with us.
Okay.
And then if you try to trade with other countries, we're going to do this, and that, or whatever. But that's just, that's a complete farce. They admitted it today.
So wait. So explain what the embargo is, because
it basically means that you can't. It's basically this is what they say it means.
It's something that's blocking trades.
Blocking trades. That's what they say it means. That's not true because Cuba has received billions of dollars in aid from the United States, and they've received a lot more from a bunch of other places. What they've been doing is collecting money, keeping it for themselves.
Shit.
Right? And watching everybody else starve. I mean, they've been doing this for a long time. You see the Castro.
How rich was Fidel? Or was he?
How rich was he? I don't know specifically how rich he was.
We would never know.
But they were collecting money. I mean, even from people, when you try to send... by the way, that's another thing. I mean, anyone that has family in Cuba, right, you're sending them stuff.
And they take a part of it.
Right? Yeah, they take a part of it.
I already know that.
Okay, that's trade.
Yeah, technically.
That's trade.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're getting resources from people in the United States and you're receiving it over there, that's trade. By the way, and the other thing is that they have refused aid a bunch of times. Like Cuba has refused
with vaccines and all that. And so people are fucking dying of COVID.
So they talk about this embargo while at the same time they're refusing aid, and they're so hypocritical that they've actually offered aid to the United States while the people are dying in Cuba. They have nothing.
Didn't the fucking Cubans have one of the best doctors that helped with the vaccine?
They have excellent doctors. They extort them. They basically tell them, you're going here, you're going there, and they just basically...
With barely any pay.
Yeah, they make them work their ass off and have nothing. I mean, my uncle's a doctor from Cuba.
Why did that? That's so sad, bro.
My uncle's a doctor.
Works so hard to not even get any fucking...
It's ridiculous. So, yeah, a lot of people have no idea what's going on, or they think they have an idea what's going on. They don't know Cubans. They don't know anybody from there. There's too many people that are confused. They don't know anything about the situation.
Does Fidel's sons live in Cuba?
I don't know where Fidel's sons is, but I do know that there's a lot of shit going on in Cuba right now. There's people dying. There's kids being, taken from their families and being told to fight against, the same people that they grew up with. There's people being slaughtered, massacred.
We have family over there.
I have family in Havana, and I have family in Camagüey.
Dude, my whole family is in Cárdenas.
In Cárdenas.
Yeah, bro. That's where my whole family is.
Man.
Probably 70%.
I saw some stuff going down there the other day.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. My brother was showing me.
It's all over the place.
It's different, little cities in Cuba.
It's
they're fucking going insane.
Everywhere. And they've done so much to suppress it. They've taken out entire internet connections, man. I talked to my uncle once.
Yeah.
Because we were able to pay. Because my uncle's he's alone in Havana. He doesn't have any other family there.
Oh shit.
Right. As opposed to my family from the other side, from my father's side.
Gotcha.
They have. There's a lot. I mean, I have 4 uncles here. But I have a bunch of family members there. I have probably about 30 cousins. My grandparents fucked a lot. You know what I mean? What can I say?
Dude, I don't have much family here, bro. I literally got a couple cousins, couple uncles.
My nuclear family's here, but I have way if you talk about cousins, family members, and I have way more over there.
No, yeah, exactly. Me too.
Than here, especially in Camagüey.
That's why it's worrying. Though. It's damn.
It's really worrying. I've seen Camagüey, and that seems to be probably the most rebellious out of the people.
Didn't the police join them?
Dude, they're absolutely just wrecking it. I mean, a lot of what's.
I mean, that's the only way to do it, though.
There's no other way.
At this point, you gotta have to just be fucking violent to the extreme.
There's no way.
They just don't have weapons, though. It's fucking insane.
No, they don't have weapons, but they're gonna end up taking weapons regardless. It's gonna end up happening.
Someone's gonna have to grab the pistol from whatever cop they got, and once that happens, it might be game over.
And there have been, and this is
Cuba needs its freedom back. Bro.
I can't confirm or unconfirm, but I do know generally that there's the idea of the embargo. That's a huge excuse, and they're still trying to promote it all over the internet. That's a complete lie. The Cubans are completely in the street.
I feel like the internet is trying to make it seem like it's only about vaccines.
It's disgusting. They're completely ignoring everything that everyone who's dying is dying for. And basically what they're saying is they want to get rid of the communist dictatorship that's been destroying them for more than 60 years. What
the fuck is Sleepy Joe
He's not doing anything at all.
Man Trump, troll god, he came through with the perfect statement.
And if you think I'm saying this I'm not a Republican, I'm not a Democrat.
No, bro, first of all, we don't give a fuck about any of that.
I'm a fucking human being who has family there, and I'm watching people get slaughtered.
I don't even know why people take it to politics.
And if you're talking about some embargo or some shit, what's wrong with you, man?
I never even understood what that was at first.
What's wrong with people who can't see that someone's being slaughtered and say this is wrong? Like, how do we lose that sense?
Like, people are able to reason it somehow.
It makes no sense.
That blows my mind. Like, bro, once people start getting killed, it's like, what are you even talking about, bro? Do you think I care about whatever your feelings are based on this or that?
It's ridiculous. And people have these false beliefs about what's really going on. I mean, I've heard people... One of the greatest conspiracy theories, because these communists online, they're conspiracy theorists.
Yo, all communists could shoot me the fade.
They're fucking ridiculous.
At Velasco, V3LASCO_ on Twitter. Shoot me the fade.
They're ridiculous,
Run
bro.
me a mention.
I mean, they have this conspiracy theory, especially about Cuba, that
What is
apparently
it
was just a bunch of white Cubans that came over here as soon as Castro took power, and those are the ones that are here, and that they're lying about everything in Cuba, that the Cubans actually love Fidel and all these people, that they think it's great, and that, you know...
Come on. Everybody knows it's a polish show, bro.
Bro, there's people that believe that.
Who?
I've talked to them. I have talked to them.
Personally?
I have talked to people that believe that shit. And I've seen a whole lot of people. I mean, there's entire, like, communist podcasts, like, all these people. There's a lot of them.
There's communist podcasts?
Yes, there are.
Where?
There's communist parties all over the place, man. Go online.
Who's the communist people
I mean,
out there?
if you look at it, I mean, there's even the communist parties over in...
Who agrees with it?
Who agrees with it?
My man Ben Shapiro didn't agree with it.
No, Ben Shapiro didn't agree with it. But see, that's the issue. These people see anyone who isn't with them as some sort of, like, I don't know, some sort of government op or some sort of propaganda. That's what they do, is they frame things in a way that's convenient for them.
Of course.
The evidence, I mean, I saw some dude who evidently blocked me, right? Okay. Who was promoting Gramma, which is the El Gramma. That's the propaganda newspaper. I mean, damn, bro.
What's Gramma?
Gramma is a newspaper in Cuba.
That's the name of it?
Right.
Gramma.
El Gramma, sí. Right. And basically that newspaper is just it's a propaganda newspaper.
It's Fox News of the...
It's way worse than Fox News. It's completely owned by the state. It's just propaganda. It's whatever they want you to think, and they just spin it and give it to you exactly like that. There's no competition. There's no independent journalism. If you try to be an independent journalism, you get your doors smashed down.
It's the news, period. It's like you literally just describe the news anywhere.
No, but it's the issue is there's no... It's impossible to, like, try to say this is false. Because you will get arrested. You will end up in some shit.
No freedom of speech.
They will go after your family. They will fuck you over.
That's the problem. That's the problem with Cuba.
That's what they try to do. And now what people have figured out is that, and this is one of the things that people have been discussing, like a bunch of Cubans have been discussing. Once the Cuban people got out of their head this idea that we can't do anything.
That's bullshit.
That we just have to take this.
Yeah, right.
Once that disappeared...
Bro, Cubans are already tired of this shit.
Once that disappeared, the people saw other people in the street, and it's a domino effect.
Yeah, that's
it's
bro.
Going down.
Nah, for sure. It's already the fourth day.
You cannot stop it. There's probably about 2 million. There's probably more, yeah.
Bro, I pray for them, bro.
I know there's way more than 1 million Cubans here in the United States.
Has to be.
Right? Worldwide, there's a lot more. All right? We're seeing Cubans protest.
Every state almost. New York.
Everywhere.
Florida.
Everywhere.
I've seen in Spain.
I've seen in D.C. in front of the White House.
Somebody was in front of the White House. Yeah, I've seen that.
I'm seeing it all over the world, man.
California. There's people in Cali.
I saw in Italy.
In Italy. One of the most... What was I going to say? I don't even know what I was going to say with that. One of the most... Wait, what'd you say? Italy?
Yeah, in Italy.
Is there Cubans in it? Well,
there's Cubans in Italy.
I actually have a Cuban family member that lives in Italy.
In Italy?
I believe so.
Bro, Cubans will go anywhere. I saw doctors that defected when they were in Zimbabwe.
Where the fuck is...
In Africa.
Oh, okay.
Like, dude, if you're saying, fuck this, I can't take Cuba anymore, and they send you to, one of the poorest countries in Africa, you're out. Like, what does that say?
Shit.
I mean, does that tell you, like, oh, I'm doing this voluntarily, I love what I'm doing, this is great? No, that tells you I hate what I'm doing. I'm basically just being extorted. And
everybody from Cuba wants to leave, though, man.
I mean, look at all the athletes. Look at all the people that came here in the 80s. Look at all the people that are tired. I mean, people just don't want to... They just don't want to listen. A lot of people just don't want to listen. But there's a lot more people that do listen. Because they see what's going on right in front of them.
Man, all I'm praying for is that Cuba... I hope they fucking succeed.
Cuba Libre.
and beating the fucking government, dog. Because I feel like they could only go for so long, dog.
Destroy it, bro. Create.
They have to, bro.
Get rid of communism. Fuck.
But they have
communism.
to. They have to fuck shit up already, though. That's how I see it. Because I feel like, bro, there's no food. There's no this. People are dying, dog. I feel like the more time they waste, like, I feel like, I don't know. I'm just praying nothing crazy happens to them, dog. Because I don't want nobody else jumping in or some other country doing some crazy shit. That shit'll boil my blood, bro.
One of the things that's happening is huge efforts to reinstate the internet for everyone in Cuba so that they can communicate and share with the entire world what's happening.
Yeah.
Because that's something that happened when there was a crisis in Iran, and they allowed that to happen. So that the people in Iran were able to expose what was going on, and they were, able to connect and have internet.
Right.
And that's really important, man, because that's... if you think
people need to see this.
Yeah.
People need to actually see videos of these people getting hurt, people getting fucking shot at, people getting just beaten up and fucking taken from their homes.
Yeah.
Kids taken from their fucking mom and dad.
I mean, that was one of the things that happened with my pops, and... because he would file United Nations human rights violations. Like, he would just try to file those reports and get them through the United Nations with Radio Martí, which is like where the Cuban exiles.
Okay.
Because once they got a little bit of political power, they were like, fuck this, we need to create our own radio station so like the Cubans can tell us all this shit that's going on.
Gotcha.
It's like communication, bro, because that's been part of what Cuba's always tried to do, is destroy communication. Because when people talk about this so-called embargo, Cuba has the fucking embargo. You can't own a business, right? And if you do own a business, it's only the businesses that are closest to the state, and they get to dictate everything that you do 100%.
They just own everything, bro. That's what a dictatorship is.
Bro, it's illegal to fucking,
kill a cow.
You can't even get and eat lobster, and then there's fucking...
I heard about that.
And
is that real?
And then you say, yes, that's true.
You can't eat lobster in Cuba?
You cannot do that, no. You're not allowed to be, keeping lobster and shit. You can't buy and sell lobster. Okay, you can't do that. There's a bunch of shit you can't do. They'll get land from random people, right? And this is one of the things that the communists like to say, like, oh, only the what do you call it? The rich white people got land and they all left. What the fuck are you talking about, the rich white? Do you not see the protest?
Right.
Do you not see the protest? This is not a bunch of fucking white people just go. What are you thinking? Like, what? Like, people just don't pay attention.
I mean, it's people of all different type of colors.
It's everyone.
Yeah.
It's everyone. This is not
we can't say everyone, because there was people...
Well, there's ops.
There's ops.
There's ops. Of course,
not
there's
even
ops.
the cops. There's actual citizens of Cuba that are...
but part of the issue is that there's a bunch of like cops that are dressed up as people as well, and they go inside. They infiltrate inside of the crowd, and then they start beating up random people in the crowd.
Yeah, but there was a video that I seen of people celebrating Fidel.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
I was like, what the fuck?
They've been showing the same two videos for years. There are a shitload of videos going on of enormous protests. If you saw what happened at the Capitol on the 12th. On day 12.
Okay.
It was huge. I'm talking about you could not see the ground. Right? The El Capitolio.
Yeah.
Over in Havana. Today they were basically calling an assassin one of the people on top over there as he was trying to enter the building. It was just completely crowded. And they were just chanting him down. I mean, there's been people can't take this shit anymore, man. They can't. I just want people to know that. I just want people to know that this is not about no goofy ass embargo.
Vaccine or any of that
It's not
shit.
about any of that stuff. And if you're promoting that, you're promoting the same narrative that the Cuban government has been using for 60 years to oppress people, to murder people. So just know that.
I pray for everybody in Cuba, though.
Yes, sir.
Everybody that's fighting for their freedom. The opposites, they could just burn in hell.
I hope they join too, man. I hope they.
Well, obviously, I wish, but like, if they're on some idiot shit,
I hope they join too, because
fades can be provided.
There's no one that can that gets away in Cuba, because that's one of the things they do in these types of governments, these authoritarian communists.
They can't do shit, bro. There's not much they can do. So like, the little power that they have now, we need to uplift it as much as we can.
That's one of the things they try to do, is turn you against your own family, or like threaten you and tell you. Or if you're not scared of them directly, well, you're scared of us doing something to your family,
kid, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's something they would always tell my pops back when he was there.
That's fucked
I mean,
up.
there's.
See, when they put you through situations like that, that's when it's tough, dog.
Yeah, and people can be in denial all they want, but
that shit's hard, dog.
The world is seeing what's happening. The world knows, and they're gonna know a lot more. This is done.
Yo, I pray.
This is done. You can't.
Cuba needs its freedom.
There's
dude.
no way to stop this.
I can't stress how much that forget Cuba especially, but just people in general need freedom, man. Like how the fuck?
The world needs freedom.
The world needs freedom, bro.
You know, China needs freedom. North Korea needs freedom.
Fucking any place that's ran by a dictatorship.
Any place authoritarian.
I don't think being a dictator. I don't think you could reason that in a good way.
Yeah.
Like there's no way to reason how being a communist is cool, or like right morally.
Yeah.
Like
and even other places that weren't communist directly, like there have been you know, there
they don't gotta be a dictatorship exactly.
Any place that runs on authoritarianism,
yeah,
you know, where you can't express
or you can't have as many kids as you like, or
you
just
can't express opinions without getting your family threatened.
Freedom of speech, like what the fuck?
Yeah, that's something that has to go from the face of the earth, you know.
I mean, to play devil's advocate though,
go for it.
Not anything related to Cuba, but a whole other country. You think China is treated fairly? See, China is a dictatorship as well, but I feel like they're more flexible.
The thing with
their dictatorship is way more flexible.
The thing about Chinese dictatorship is that it has two components. Like, first of all, their economy was shit for decade after decade. They actually had, you know, the largest famine that we know of in human history. Millions of people died. Why? Because, well...
Too many people?
When you plan the economy, like, centrally, where, like, one group of people decides this is how resources are going to go,
yeah,
it doesn't work. That's how you end up starving a shitload of people, because you don't know what millions of people need to do to trade. You have to allow them to trade between each other to decide this is what I want, this is what I'm willing to pay for it, this is what you want, this is what you're willing to pay for it. This is the work you're willing to do. They have to exchange. They have to create markets, right? And
I'm ignorant, so I don't know anything about this.
Right, but basically it just means that people need to be able to make their own financial decisions. And if you're forcing them into a box and saying this is how much rice you need to survive for this week, or you need to sacrifice your life for us, just go here. I mean, this is one of the things they had them do, and this happened in Russia as well, and and in Ukraine.
Okay.
Ukraine had a famine in the Holodomor. That was brutal, right? And that's one of the things that happens is they made them work on just crafting stuff, right? Like they would split you up from the family, would put you in groups of like 200, 300 people.
What the fuck?
And then they'll be like, all right, you need to work on this. And they make you work and create some shit. And then it gets exported to like some other country. And then the government keeps the profit. And then you die. And then they call you a liar if you report that. Shut and then they kill you if you talk about how they, you know, starved your family to death.
Yeah, just fuck dictatorships, man.
So that's basically what it, yeah.
They all could suck a dick and die.
They can eat 28 dicks in a row. Sweaty as fuck, too. Sweaty as fuck. Piss all over the place. Nut. Just gobble on that shit till you die.
We need more people to post about Cuba, man.
Yes, sir.
I feel like a lot of people haven't. I'm disappointed. Cuban people fuck with everybody, bro. Yeah. Like, they generally, like, they literally built this whole fucking city.
Miami.
Literally built it. Yeah. And I feel like Cubans can't even get the proper respect, dog. Black Lives Matter happened. The whole fucking world showed attention to that. Mm-hmm. You name it. Any type of Hispanic person was riding for Black Lives Matter, too. And now I just feel like no celebrities have even posted it, dog. It's pretty sad.
Yeah, I mean the biggest. And
I'm not saying like, yo, I'm against Black Lives Matter or anything, but it's like, damn, dude, like, haven't seen one. I don't even think Black Lives Matter posted about Cuba, and they're just about like freedom, like period, like just fucking human rights, like, you know, like that's what they're all about. And I don't know, though. I just feel like the lack of awareness that people are trying to show is fucking cruel, dog. Like, dog, you know how much it takes to just repost something?
I mean, I've been doing it all day. It's pretty easy.
It just takes one button.
I'm looking all over the place.
People have so much pride that they can't even help out a country that's fucking dying.
It'll destroy your reputation with your 13 followers. It'll be ruined.
Whatever it is, dog. It's like, dude, who gives a fuck, bro? Like, as a human being, you wouldn't just want to help people out, dog.
I mean, and there's brutal stuff. It's not, I mean, it's not just Cuba. I do have to admit. I mean, that's a fact. I mean, they just murdered a few days ago the president of Haiti, and it's brutal. A civil war in Haiti. I'm seeing like armed people, and of course in Haiti there's been violence for a long time. And in South Africa, I mean, I saw horrific images of like a prison burning. They wouldn't let the inmates out. We were talking about that earlier.
They deserve attention too. I'm not saying they don't.
No, of course. But
dude, Cuba is literally going. This has been happening for like 60 plus years.
My issue is that it should be undebatable.
That's what I'm. Regardless,
right? There should not be something that people are.
Even think about.
It's like, are you kidding me? Like, do you not see the government
you're cool with people dying? Like,
you're good with the government that murders people. You're on that side, okay?
Yeah, I don't need an explanation from people like that.
It's ridiculous.
I don't even need a reasoning to like even try to fucking baffle why you even believe in that. Like, there's.
I mean, when you talk about Nazis, for example, like if somebody pulls up and they're like, Hitler wasn't so bad. He was actually pretty, straight up. And there's people like that.
I've seen that so many times.
Yeah, and I've also seen people that defend like Stalin and the Soviet Union.
There's people that don't believe in the Holocaust.
Oh yeah, there's Holocaust
deniers.
Right, and I put them in the same exact section as the people that are denying what's happening in Cuba right now, because you're denying, the murder of innocent people.
How could you deny it if it's on video?
They don't give a shit.
That's my problem.
They don't give a shit.
You see, the Holocaust, and there's probably footage of that too.
There is footage of the Holocaust, and there's a shitload of evidence. I mean, the Holocaust is not, it's not like, bro, it's not even close to debatable, bro.
Bro, there's pictures of dead bodies stacking up.
And the evidence from inside and outside, evidence provided, like, even by the people that were in there that weren't even Jewish people.
Right.
And then, not to mention the people that were Jewish and escaped there. And by the way, there were a lot of people that were Jewish and escaped there, went to the Soviet Union thinking, oh my God, we're free now, right?
Uh-huh.
And they ended up in the freaking gulags.
The gulags.
Right. And
so, I'm sorry, I play Warzone.
Of Call of Duty is the
it's a prison. It's a jail.
You know what? But I'm glad, because hopefully somebody's gonna Google search what the gulag was.
It's where they take you and fucking torture you.
Dude, I swear to God, the gulags were horrible. I mean, they would just force people to work. Just in a prison, it's just basically work till you die.
Fuck it, dog. Yeah, just do what I tell you, bro, until whatever I say so.
It's pretty brutal stuff. Is that how it is, like in Call of Duty? Like,
no, in Call of Duty, it's actually
you're tortured. You got to fight to the death to get back to the.
You're playing a battle royale game.
Yeah.
And then once you die, there's a bunch of people crawling you into the fucking gulag, and then there's just people there, and then you eventually have to 1v1 somebody, and then winner goes back into the map.
Wow.
But in the gulag, you get to see you're like strapped to a chair. The little bathrooms, it's like jail cells. Yeah. They're all small as shit.
Pretty
it's
brutal,
nasty.
Right?
Yeah. They try to give a good idea of what it is.
Those games have become like way
too realistic.
I mean, the game style, obviously it can't be like too realistic, because then it would be boring. Like, a lot of soldiers, they spend
you shoot two bullets and he's dead.
Or if you're a sniper, you'd be waiting hours.
Right.
To see if you're
Dude, being a sniper is a fucking hard job.
I would imagine, man.
I don't have the patience for that.
I've seen. I don't know how it works, because I don't. I'm not a military dude, but.
I'm just assuming if I had to actually be there just waiting, but I couldn't do it.
Snipers working in groups,
that's crazy. Like, oh look, I'm on this side. There's other guys over there.
Yeah, or in pairs.
People do that too. I've seen movies and shit.
I think I saw that in the movie Jarhead.
Oh yeah, I love that movie.
I love that movie, by the way. That movie's amazing.
Is Jarhead the one that the fucking dude ends up getting fucking crazy? Like one of the oh no, I think Jarhead is another movie about what's the name of that actor?
Man, you're gonna ruin me here.
Who's the main actor's name?
I can't tell you.
Is it Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yes.
I know what you're talking about. Never mind. I was talking about another movie.
But yes, that's the one I'm talking about.
I've seen some of Jarhead. It's not bad.
That movie is great because it shows you how fucked up, things can get.
War is and shit.
Like, you didn't even see actual combat.
But you could still...
But you still went through something horrible.
Right.
Right? So that's...
Imagine, bro, you're just with somebody who's right next to you. You guys are buddies, and his fucking head is blown the next second.
And then the whole time they're questioning, like, why are we here? Why are we doing this to these people?
That's the number one question. That's probably what they always go through.
They're like, what the fuck are we here for?
What's the point of this shit?
And some dude's like, we're here for oil. And then the other dude's like, no, we're here for, whatever patriotism or whatever Bush said, whatever he was able to pronounce. Bush
is a moron.
And the last guy, he basically said, I don't give a fuck why we're here. We're here.
Yo, to completely go back to the Cuba thing, did you see Trump's statement?
Yeah, I saw Trump's statement.
You know what my answer to that is?
What?
I feel like, first of all, Trump is good, man. He knows what to say, when to say it. I felt like that was the most right answer to get under like Joe Biden's ass.
Yeah.
Or make the people feel like, damn, we should have went with Trump.
Yeah.
It was such the right thing to say.
You
like,
know,
now, do I believe it? That's always the question with me. Or is he just saying it to get people with him riled up? That's always what...
This is one of the things that I think it's really important because people are so obsessed with the side that they're on. Even if they say I'm not a Republican or a Democrat.
I mean, Biden is our president, though,
right?
bro.
He's the president of the United States.
I mean, it is kind of under his hands.
Oh no, this is on him.
That's what I'm saying.
To address.
So we kind of have to like put it on somebody.
Oh no,
Not saying that I don't even care about politics. Let's be clear now.
No. We're on Biden because he has power.
That's what I'm trying to say.
And because he knows what's happening, and because he's not really doing.
He's the only person we could fucking depend on. Like, there's nobody else. Who are we gonna ask? You know? He's the only person people can ask.
And by the way, you know, we're not, the Cubans that actually want to go there, give resources, help out, and you know.
Yo, people are not going.
And they're not letting them.
I seen somebody go by boat.
No, they're not allowed. They're not allowed.
I seen some guy that was going by boat on IG, but I never like seen if he like actually finished.
Well, I don't know about that, but I do know there's a lot of people here that are Cubans that went to the military. They're begging to be able to go.
I'm gonna just say right now, a lot of those people that were trying to go on the boat, they were saying this and that. They didn't go, bro. It's like, first of all, you can't go.
There's a lot of bullshit out there.
That's what I was trying to say.
First of all, they're not gonna allow you to go.
So
you're gonna get stopped. You're gonna get stopped. But that's part of the issue. Like, that's on Biden, man. He's the commander in chief. Like, you're telling me, like, oh, we just gotta watch this shit happen. That's what you're saying? We gotta be here. There's 1 million of us plus.
Yeah, but
and we just gotta watch this.
Let's play devil's advocate now. What happens if Biden does allow that and World War III fucking happens?
How could it happen?
Isn't Russia warning us?
You think China and Russia's gonna go into World War III over Cuba?
I'm not saying they are. I'm just saying, like, let's say they try to fuck with us now.
No, they won't do that. They'll probably do something that's like economic. I mean,
is them warning us not to interfere? Was that real? I seen an article about it.
They may have warned something about interfering. I haven't really seen anything about interference.
Man, Joe Biden didn't do a damn thing but bring Olivia Rodrigo to the fucking White House today.
He didn't do anything. He hasn't done anything.
That's all he did today.
He hasn't done anything.
He hasn't even said any other words after the statement he brought.
He should do at least 2 of the following things, right?
Yeah.
1, use the resources that we have to be able to reinstate the internet in Cuba so we can expose what's happening there.
Okay, I'm down for that too, of course. What's the second thing?
Second thing.
You think he should allow people to go over there? You think he should bring troops over there to fuck the Cuban government?
No, I don't think there should be some serious military. I don't think it's going to be.
Because then it'll get ugly.
But he does need to call for the Cuban government to resign its position.
How does that work, though? Like what? Biden's like, beep, beep, beep. He starts calling Cuba.
It's not just him. I mean, the United Nations has condemned the human rights abuses of Cuba.
Of countries?
And what it's been doing.
But can they do anything?
They can do a lot, actually, but it's complicated. It's
That's
not
what I was going to say.
It's not that simple.
Because if not, that should have been ended.
Because this is a complex thing, but it's also not a thing that you can just let slide by because time matters in situations like this. And so it's important to act
while it's riled up and things are in the heat.
Exactly. I mean, and
that's why they got to do as much as they can right now, bro.
And Cuba is right next to the United States. I mean, there's a great opportunity to end like a shitload of oppression and, allow people to create an economy for themselves, bro. And so that they can trade actually with the United States.
When Cuba gets their freedom, bro, like it's going to be like fucking flowers and bunnies all over. It's going to be such a nice place.
The reconstruction worries me.
In what way?
And that after the government collapses, what's going to replace it? They're not going to help
shit at all.
What replaces it? My only thing that gives me a little bit of hope about that is how many Cuban exiles are here that actually have political power.
Are willing to go over there and help.
And understand how it works.
I mean, Pitbull was saying it like we need businesses to help. We need creative ways. We need to find out ways where we could actually start helping without.
But Pitbull, I mean,
dealing with politics. But I'm just saying what he said.
No, I know. I mean, I heard what he said. My thing is the hope that comes after the actual revolution, not that piece of shit that Fidel Castro did.
Yeah.
is from actually people that know how the political regimes have worked in the past, that know how the Cuban people are, that are exiles from here, and people from Cuba that have been working their whole life trying to get rid of this. There's people that can help create, a replacement for the
dictatorship.
For the dictatorship after it collapses. And it's going to collapse. It's too late at this point.
A new person. Somebody's going to be against that shit, and he's going to be the president.
Yeah.
He's going to be dope. He's going to be for the people. And the Cuban people are going to get their freedom back, man. It's already too late. It's been 62 years or however long it was. The Cuban people are fucking tired of it. And we need to get that freedom back, man. We need to be free. Every country needs to be free already, and that's it, bro. If every country did this right now, what Cuba is doing, oh, man.
Oh my God.
The world would crumble, dog.
I mean, it would be pretty terrible, to be honest. I mean, because we both know. I mean, it
would be terrible, but the aftermath.
It's horrific, but you gotta know, like, if people are doing this,
war is necessary.
If people are doing this after 62 years, bro, goddamn, bro, they're really, dude. They don't have anything.
What can they do other than protest and fucking fight for their lives?
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing else they can do. What? Just sit and starve to death?
There's no other. I mean, there's no
other option.
No, there's no alternative.
They literally gotta die for their rights.
And you're gonna start seeing that. You're gonna start seeing, especially as it continues to advance in the next couple of days. Because I'm telling you, this is just beginning. But you're gonna start seeing in the next couple of days. You're gonna start seeing people that are high up in the military. Like, they're gonna start, renouncing. I know they're sending tanks over to the
Cuba?
Oriental side. Well, they already have the tanks. I mean, I don't know if you saw, but this was like at least a month ago that I was seeing, like, that they were transporting the mini tanks. It was little miniature tanks.
Oh,
I don't know if they had I think they did have what's called a katuchka, and that's one of the old Soviet one of the
Jesus
old
Christ.
Soviet Union ones. And you know what it is? It's basically like it's a tank, but it doesn't shoot like one big ass missile like you would expect a tank. Instead, it has 40 chambers, and they're all filled up, and so it shoots all 40 missiles at once, right?
Oh shit!
And that's what it is. And I saw that lined up in the trains. I don't know. That was a month ago. I know that the regime has been expecting this to happen, and they've been getting ready for it. They've been buying a shitload of euros. They've been getting as much money as they can, sucking the Cuban people dry for many resources, keeping the money for themselves, and they know they got a dip if they haven't already.
Man, fuck the communists. Fuck Castro. Smoking the Castro pack every day.
Smoke that Castro pack. I love that.
Hell yeah. Let's see what time it is. We're almost at an hour.
Man.
Well, guys, this might be it. You think we end it here?
I think people understand at least.
We got to come back. Let's pray by next week when we come back and do our next podcast that the Cuban people got their freedom already. Praying for them. Praying for everybody that's fucking struggling for their life out there right now. I hope the fucking cops and all those pussies burn to death. Honestly, like, I don't give a fuck. And yeah, man, I don't know what else to say. I just hope the Cuban people fucking I hope they win, man. They need to, bro. There is no I hope. They need to win. But yeah,
this is gonna happen, man. Cuba Libre.
Cuba Libre. And we out. One. Peace.